Communication listening problems. And intentionally, I put the word problems. But we don't have problems anymore. What do we call them?
Situations.
That require solutions. Very good. Okay, so which of these listening situations, and didn't you ever imagine or wonder why they call it the situation room in the White House? It's not called the problem room. Even they understand that. There's situations that require solutions. Okay, so what do you think about these? This never happens to us, right? Which are the most difficult and causes you the most anxiety and consternation?
Interrupting.
Yes. So when do you interrupt somebody that's hemorrhaging from the mouth? You've got 6 people at the table. You're being a table ambassador. How do you validate folks after you give them a chance to say a little bit about their backgrounds? And you know what I do, by the way? When I facilitate these kind of conversations, I say to folks, my name is Arthur and I'm your facilitator for today. And that's all I say. Why do I do that?
To set the pace for what other people are going to say.
Hopefully, Claudia, right? I'm trying to model some behavior. What if I did this? My name is Arthur T. Matthews II. I'm a former prosecutor. I'm a professor at Cornell University and NYU. I have a law degree from Howard University. I used to work on Capitol Hill. I used to work in the state legislature. Oh my gosh. We're going to model behavior. All of a sudden, everybody in the room is going to follow my lead. Mm-hmm. My name is Arthur. I'm your facilitator for today. That's it. Remember, folks, being a table ambassador, it's not about you. It's about the process. It's about the people. There will be opportunities for you at some point for you to have some exchange of information with the folks that are there. Being alive as a table ambassador for First Mondays is the following. A, your appearance. This is the acronym ALIVE. L, we've already talked about, which Carla and Ed talked about in their debrief. Listen. The I in ALIVE is image. The V, eye contact. Now remember, as a table ambassador, the E is eye contact. Remember, certain cultural issues, there may be people, individuals at your table that might not look at you in your eye. It's not that they're lying or being disrespectful. In their culture, they're looking at you as a person in a position of power. So in their culture, it's a sign of respect for them not to engage you, right? Eye to eye. Okay? So let me go over appearance, listen, image. Okay? Got that? All right. And V is voice. Now I have a tendency to do this with my voice. I wouldn't use this voice being a table ambassador. It would scare people. Amy's like, oh my gosh, what happened to Arthur? So I try. See, Danny seen me do this, but
It was the water.
it was the water, right, y'all? You want to use a voice that's conversational and it's pleasing to the ear. You can do intonations, that's fine. And then, of course, the last letter is the eye contact. So let's go over it again. The A is for
Appearance.
the L, listen, the I, image, the V, voice, and the E, eye contact. Now, let me talk about imaging for a minute. And Danny and I have spent a lot of time talking about this. There's a certain brand that I think comes with all the hard work that he's put into this organization, him and Charlotte. So we can't have table ambassadors who are unethical. So the image of being an ambassador for this organization is important. It's your veracity, your respect, your reputational and credibility capital. It's probably not a bad idea too. Now, I kind of went a little off grid today because I had the tuna melt with French fries. Notice I didn't have any ketchup. Charlotte, be quiet. Why didn't I have ketchup? Because there's probably a good chance, because of Arthur's body of work, that ketchup would be right here on my shirt. As a table ambassador, you realize that if you have any food particles on yourself or your body, they're not going to be listening to you. They're going to look at the red ketchup spot on your shirt or your blouse. It's probably a good idea. I'm not telling you not to have fun, to Charlotte's point. It's a social event. But if you're going to facilitate at the table, try to be mindful about how much you drink. You don't want to be reeking of alcohol when you're trying to facilitate the table discussion. Not saying you shouldn't have a good time. Okay? Is that understood? I don't want you to say, Arthur said we can't drink at these events. I'm not saying that. Just be mindful. Your image is at stake.